his last start, Mike said that he had issues with fastball command, maybe making the adjustment as well. What were your conversation like with him after that outing as it pertains to command and making the adjustments?
Yeah, just talking through the opportunity to learn from it. You know, all these guys go out there, they're fierce competitors. We talked about that about Burrows before that start, and didn't go like he planned, like we planned in that. And how do you find a way to learn from that start? And knowing him, knowing that he was going to be working tirelessly from that through the All-Star break, you know, just finding ways to improve upon that, because those things happen. And he showed that early on. Like first couple starts, gave up some runs early, was able to slow down. Then he fell behind some guys. I remember the Houston start with Jeremy Pena. I think he goes down 3-0. Find a way to slow it down and continue to learn. And that's the thing that he's shown throughout his short time here in the big leagues, the opportunities that he's had, being able to learn from them, from good and from bad, and make the adjustment. And looking forward to him being out there tonight.
How does this?
No need to remind him that at the time, just his ninth start, that sometimes things go off the tracks and that patience is important.
That was the conversation with him. You know, as far as having understanding that, you know, you're never going to not feel that again. How do you find a way when you start to feel that to learn something from this outing to take forward? And I think he will do that.
So with maybe now the extra couple of days of rest with the break, how does he zero back in against the lineup that, if I'm correct, he's never faced before?
Yeah, I don't think he's faced them. You know, just relying on that work that he's put in and finding a way to refine his command, change up his key for him, his ability to spin it to keep guys off balance, but yeah, using that fastball to command the zone.
How does the fastball become better? Is it spin rate out of hand? I mean, is it anything mechanical? Just the overall effectiveness of it, so he can. He's right. The secondary stuff's really good. So how does the fastball become more effective?
I think his fastball is there. I think it's just commanding it, being in the zone, getting ahead of guys. You know, last night with Bailey, that was the Achilles heel for me, was the not having the ability to get ahead of guys. When you fall behind as a major league pitcher against guys that can swing the bat, that's when you're gonna give up hard contact. And I think that for Burrows tonight, being able to command the fastball, use his changeup effectively and spin it to keep him off balance, but using that fastball in the zone to get ahead.
Would he be somebody that would benefit maybe from I don't know if he throws a two-seamer, but he's pretty much a four-seam guy, right?
Yes, I think so. And his velo has been good. Mm-hmm. You know, he's been running it up 96, 97. And like we talked about, changeup is a big part of his weapon. Reed, to be able to use that fastball at 96, 97, which is plenty for him.
Donnie, last night was the first time we've seen Braxton have some issues with the walks. What do you kind of feel like he can learn from, you know, kind of just going through struggles really for the first time?
Yeah, same thing with Braxton. Has pitched really well for us. We've seen the slider be elite, and you know, the fastball too, and finding ways to get in the zone. And sometimes knowing that you don't have to be that fine. You know, it looked like he was trying to be really fine on the outside edge and you know, attack the corner as opposed to letting his stuff play, and didn't have the fastball command. And then it looked like the off speed started spinning on him, you know, and backing up, and just was, you know, it's tough when you lose that feel and that command. And, you know, for him, first, maybe second time that he's dealt with that. And before I came in to join you guys, he's already out there, you know, in the pen, getting back after it.
Donnie, I know with the way Tommy's hit, there aren't a lot of outfield opportunities out there. What do you say to Jack to try to keep him engaged? What's he working on to make sure he's ready when he gets home?
Yeah, Jack is going to be a big part of our lineup and finding ways to get him in. Tommy's been swinging the bat really well, and having conversations with Jack when he gets the opportunity to continue to be free and go out there and turn it loose. I think that attacking pitches in the middle of the zone and then battling if we get down in the count. His outfield defense has gotten better and improved, and we know that he can swing the bat too.
What are the values you can use as a pinch hitter? Like what you learned doing that you then take back to you if you're an everyday player?
Yeah, I think it's that compete aspect. I think something that we've seen from Tommy this year is the ability that he had. He got down early in the hole that he's been able to climb out of through his work, through the way he competes, how he gets after it every single day. And finding ways, whether that's pinch hitting or whether that's the opportunities that you get, how do you slow it down in those moments to be consistent in your approach and the opportunity that you have to do some damage. And pinch hitting is tough. I mean, when you're coming in and facing guys that, you know, back in bullpen now, I mean, nobody throws under 96, 97. You're facing velo, and they usually have something fierce to go with it. When you get that opportunity, staying in that approach, and when you get a pitch to do something with, you got to be able to move it.